Speaker.
We are not proceeding well. Members need to have a document that they are referring to.
Procedure, Right Honourable Speaker.
No?
Right Honourable Speaker, in view of the Right Honourable Prime Minister and Chief Fisher's inability to avail copies in any form, that we move under Rule 20 and have the House suspended for 15 minutes to allow the Prime Minister to gather herself and avail copies to members.
Maybe instead of suspending the House, we could
Right Honourable Speaker, alternatively, since this is a very important matter, would it be procedurally well if the Prime Minister could be allowed then we can go straight into the debate of the subject. And also, Right Honourable Speaker, under Rule 50, a minister shall attend sittings of House to answer questions asked to him or her. So it means that the questions which are going to be raised in that report will concern so many sectors. And I believe that the Chief Fisherman will make sure that when we are debating the matter, all the ministers would be available to answer the relevant questions.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Semuju.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the statement by the Prime Minister is supposed to be answering many things and saving this Parliament the burden of even raising them as matters of national importance if they are answered. I want to support the proposal by the Leader of Opposition, this being a very, very important statement that Madam Speaker, you yourself even announced hours ago, that it does no harm to suspend Parliament for 20 minutes, get the statements distributed to comply with the rules, but also help us follow, because we may end up raising the same issues that have been addressed by the Prime Minister. Madam Speaker, if you so wish. Thank
Honorable
Thank you. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, these are matters of extreme public importance that deserve the seriousness of this august House. I don't know how my fellow senior Honourable Cecilia has guided this House this afternoon, because whenever she rises, I know, yes, the House is in good hands. But for her to deteriorate and start waiving the rules of this very House she has been in, I got a bit disappointed. Such matters, Right Honourable Speaker, cannot be taken lightly. These are matters where we are here to represent the people of Uganda, matters concerning COVID-19 and the efforts of government is highly awaited. We need to give accountability to the efforts of government. Right now, we are under a lockdown for 42 days. Now, such matters, Right Honourable Speaker, cannot be taken lightly. Would wish to know how many people have received the assistance of 100,000 shillings. It has to be on record. What is the suffering of Ugandans? How about the business community, our people, the schools, etc., the health interventions and all that? Right, Honorable Speaker, it therefore demands that we get a comprehensive statement with copies in our hands so that we can make a meaningful contribution and to account for the people of Uganda for whom we are representing in this August House. I therefore move, Right Honorable Speaker, that you be pleased to insist that we have to have the statements distributed to members so that we debate from a point of knowledge. A while ago, you ruled that it would be Honorable Tayebwa to spearhead the statement. Fortunately, now we have the Right Honorable Prime Minister herself. She's in the House. Therefore, we should avoid Sambala if we are going to make a difference to the lives of the people of Uganda. I thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Members.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Mohammed.
Right Honorable Speaker, you earlier on gave a wise ruling to this House. One, this House has endured waiting for both the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition. That means members are honorably here to partake the statements that they are willing to serve to this country. And you've given a wise ruling that in the meantime, as they run copies probably, the House should not be stalled because members have issues of national importance that they want to put forward. And probably those issues of great national importance shall help inform even the Prime Minister and the debate that shall come after. Therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to plead with you and pray and appeal to you to stand by the decision you gave this House, and members come forward to present matters of great national importance as we stand over the statement of the Prime Minister waiting for copies to be run. After all, the other ministers you summoned are now present in Parliament. Members have questions from their constituents, and they should probably be given a chance to present those matters of great national importance as we get responses from ministers, and later on when the copies are ready for us to digest, the Prime Minister can come and make the statement. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. We have matters of national importance. The fact that we do not have the copies, I am requesting the Prime Minister to avail all the members with the copies. You will go and read those copies over the weekend. On Tuesday, that is what we are going to debate the whole afternoon. Now, can we have matters of national importance?
Procedure, Right Honorable Speaker.
Can we have matters of national importance?
Yes, Madam Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Chamusi Semakula.
Information, Madam Speaker. You've told us that Madam Speaker, this is equally important for the day you said. Tuesday, it's going to be a national holiday. It will be Eid.
Then we shall have it on Wednesday. Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
We will debate the report. You will present and we debate the report on Wednesday.
Correction, Madam Speaker. My name is Rutamaguzi Semakura. Not Ruchamuzi. Ruchamuzi is a different MP, but Rutamaguzi Semakura MP Nakaseke.
Honorable Rutamaguzi Semakura MP Nakaseke.
Correct, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is my maiden speech. I have a matter of national importance. Madam Speaker, during the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, all regional hospitals have been re-equipped with the exception of Nakaseke Referral Hospital. Madam Speaker, Nakaseke Referral Hospital serves 8 districts, of which include Mitiana, Luero, Nakaseke, Nakasongola, Mpigi. Doctors at Nakaseke Referral Hospital, nurses and medical assistants are stranded because all other referral hospitals were re-equipped with the exception of it. Madam Speaker, as a result, it has created a lot of anxiety among the population that stays within Nakaseke near the hospital, including doctors and medical assistants. My prayer is, Madam Speaker, that Nakaseke Referral Hospital should also be reconsidered in the second, yes, information given.
Okay.
Thank you, Nakaseke, for giving way. Right, Honourable Speaker, the information I want to give my honourable colleague is that it's not only Nakaseke which is having challenges of that nature. When you go to Bujiri Hospital, it's a similar issue. Therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, the issue of the health sector, especially during these COVID times, requires urgent attention from government, because I am very sure that if each of us coming from districts that have hospitals like Bujiri are given an opportunity to explain what is actually happening, it's going to be a very bad story. So the problem is not only limited to Nakaseke, it is in Bujiri, it is in other parts of the country. I thank you.
Members, I'm giving you only 3 minutes each. So if you give out your time.
Thank you, Honorable colleague, for the additional information. Madam Speaker, my prayer is that the Ministry of Health should reconsider Nakaseke Referral Hospital when they are equipping all referral hospitals in the country in the second arrangement. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. We need a response from the Ministry of Health to that effect on Wednesday.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable Gilbert. Yes?
My name is Lake Sharon Balmoy, Woman MP Gulu District.
You who?
Lake Sharon Balmoy.
Sharon Lake.
Yes. Woman MP Gulu District.
Yes.
I rise on an issue of national importance.
Honorable Lake, we have a list of members who have registered their issues. But since it is your maiden speech, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Indeed, this is my maiden speech. The people of Gulu District yesterday got a national calamity. There was heavy rain that ravaged the crops in 3 different sub-countries. And they cried, sent their disappointment about how much the crops have been destroyed with the rains. And as you know, we had a very bad season. First, the crops were dried up, the rain came, and now they're crying to the government. The government should intervene in this situation, provide them with crops, and emergency relief aid, because they were about to start harvesting, and right now they don't know where to start from. Secondly, Madam Speaker, the issue of the COVID relief. My district has not received anything from the... Yes, they have not. The border cyclists and the small-scale business people are complaining that they haven't received any
allow the member to present us.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. They are complaining that they haven't received any penny from the COVID relief team, and I'm glad the Prime Minister is here. She will address that. And then also, the district hospital, Awaj Health Center 4, is equally not well equipped with all the necessary COVID equipment that should help them to, take care of the pandemic situation. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Lake. I hope you're getting it right, Honorable. The next one is Honorable Gilbert Olanya.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I raise on the matter of national importance concerning the destructions of buffaloes and elephants in the sub-counties in my constituency. Right Honourable Speaker, as we talk now, buffaloes and elephants have migrated from the Magician Falls National Park, and their pitch camp in Kilak South constituency, in the sub-county of Lakang, in the parishes of Bana, Kololo, and Lajadula. Right Honourable Speaker, the elephants and buffaloes are so destructive. As we talk now, they have destroyed more than 1,000 houses of our people. Right Honourable Speaker, also as we talk now, I'll give you the information, I'll give you. As we talk now, Right Honourable Speaker, the elephant has killed one woman by the name Filda Akon on the 7th of July. Right Honourable Speaker, for the last 2 weeks, the animals, the buffaloes and elephants are busy destroying people's crop. Right Honourable Speaker, this is very serious, and we need to take this matter very seriously.
What are your prayers?
Right Honourable Speaker, my prayers is one, the minister in charge of wildlife should direct the Uganda Wildlife Authority to immediately move to Kilak South in the sub-county of Kololo, Bana and Lajalula and drive away the animals that have spent 2 weeks and destroying our people. Two, government should consider compensating the woman Akwa Filda who was killed and the men and the people who are battling for their lives in the hospital. Right Honourable Speaker, Uganda Wildlife Authority has not allow me to finish the prayers. Right Honourable Speaker, Uganda Wildlife Authority has not been compensating people despite the animals moving and getting people from their land. And the third prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, the minister in charge of disaster to consider distributing taplings to those ones who have left their homes and are running for their lives. Right Honourable Speaker, I request, I give the information, I give the time to my brother from Noya. They also have the similar problem. Let him have 1 minute. He give the information as we wind up. I beg for your indulgence, Right Honourable Speaker.
You've already spent your time. The minister responsible should give us a report on this and make a follow-up on the status of what is happening in the area. And we need that report on Wednesday. Honorable Macho? Yes. Honorable Macho? Katabas Francis? Honorable Katabas Francis?
Madam Speaker.
You're not on the floor, Honorable.
Thank you.
Honorable Katabas Francis? Honorable Byakatonda Abudu?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Katabas Francis Katongole, MP Kalungu East, and I'm raising on a matter of national importance, where at the moment we've had so many people treating themselves from home. You know, there is a basic medication most of these doctors have given us. For example, zinc, vitamins, and No. It is my maiden speech. Honorable Tamaguzi, don't disturb me. What is it? There is a medicine there. That one, the medical people can help me. I think Dr. Chen can help me. Alizomycin, yes. That one. And so many others. So we found that so many people have actually cured of COVID without going to hospitals, because actually you found that the hospitals have been more dangerous than getting treatment at home because of fear to catch the virus there. So my prayer is, Madam Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, that we, through the Ministry of Health, avail these doses, which are very simple to get, at the level of these small health centers. For example, Health Center 3, Health Center 2, and the licensed private clinics, in order to give a good coverage of treating this pandemic, because people are not moving. They cannot reach the referral hospitals, so they are finding it a very, very big problem to reach the referral hospitals. So it will be bringing services closer. Now with this lockdown, so many people have died of COVID, fine, but there are also others who have died because of COVID restrictions. So it's my prayer, Madam Speaker, that the ministry teaches and empowers the small, maybe at sub-county and the parish level, the medical facilities we have. I beg for 1 minute, Madam Speaker.
Procedure. We've got your concern. Madam Clerk, I request you record all the matters of national importance, forward them to the respective ministers, and we get written explanations on Wednesday. Yes, procedural matter.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. You have touched partly on what I wanted to raise, that the honorable colleagues are raising many questions of national importance, and I want to assure the House that the government is able to answer each and every question. And I wanted to ask whether it's not procedurally correct that we respond to each question as it rises, instead of having an accumulation of many questions to answer them at once. And where the responsible minister is absent, then the Right Honourable Prime Minister can make a commitment that the minister will come back and give a response, other than receiving 30 questions and the members are not getting answers. So I wanted your guidance that we respond to each question as it comes, especially for where the ministers are present, because we can respond to all these questions. I seek your guidance, Right Honourable.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, are your ministers available to respond what has been raised? I can see Minister of Disaster there.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Answer is my report. If I was given an opportunity, Right Honorable Speaker, some of those questions would not even arise.
Issues that do not relate to COVID-19, like the issues of disaster. Because if we hear from the Minister of Disaster now, it may be able to answer so many questions. There was a question from Lake of Gulu. Yes. Honorable Minister Esther Nyakun.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to say thank you for this opportunity, but I also want to let you and the House know that most of these issues have been reported to my office about the issues of floods, and we are trying to respond simultaneously with some of the members. And I know before the end of August, we are going to be having more problems on issues of floods. At least we have been trying to handle. For example, on Wednesday, I'll be going with a member of parliament for Kayunga to her district to see the magnitude of the hailstone and the issues of people displaced internally by the waters from Lake Yoga. So we are handling this, and we shall be in position to handle with members.
Honorable Minister, there was also an issue of hunger because of
clarification. Honorable Minister.
Can she finish? Then you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I know many members have questions for me for our docket on issues of famine. Right Honorable Speaker, the Minister is coming up with a comprehensive report for the entire country about the issues of alarming hunger, and it has been taken very seriously by the Office of the Prime Minister. And on Tuesday, during the management meeting, we plan to present it to the Office of the Prime Minister, and then take it to Cabinet, and definitely we shall be in position to come to the House. Thank you very much.
When do we get the report?
Right Honorable Speaker, we are writing a comprehensive report about the entire country, and we shall present it on Tuesday to our management meeting, to the Prime Minister first, before we can now take it to Cabinet for.
But you see, when you say we are preparing, we are going to give, people are dying of hunger. We need to act first when it comes to people's lives. People are dying. There is a procedural matter here.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The procedure I would like to raise depends on the response from the Minister for Information. Right Honorable Speaker, our rules are very clear. Questions for oral answers or questions as stipulated from Rule 45 have been earmarked, and the order of presentation is different. Now, matters of urgent national importance should be responded to immediately. That is what makes them urgent. That an honorable member comes here to seek redress, having failed maybe to interface with the minister, and they seek a response from the minister as regards the matter. For example, if it's a matter of life and death, and you postpone it for 3 days or a week for a minister to give a written response, a minister can undertake and state that we have received that question. Maybe it's in the docket, like, let's say, tourism, like Honorable Gilbert Oranya posed. So the Prime Minister cannot say that all matters are in my report, including the one of the elephant. So in this case, therefore, what is important is for a given minister to raise up and make an undertaking.
She did not say that even.
Order.
Order.
You want to put me to order?
Yes. Right Honorable Speaker, I have a lot of respect for my brother, Nsereko. Right Honorable Speaker, I did not inform this Parliament that the Minister for Tourism will come next week. I said those ministers who are here can respond to their questions. Is he in order? Right Honorable Speaker.
And actually that's what they are doing. The ministers are responding. But we also don't want the ministers to say it is in our report. We want an action on some of these things.
Right Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, my issue was when honorable colleagues bring matters, because this is their temple of justice, and you're the custodian of their justice. And as parties, inter-parties relating in Parliament, one poses a question on behalf of the people they represent, expecting answers. So if a honorable minister is here, we are not saying those that are not around, please undertake either to give a comprehensive response, but give an answer so that someone goes home knowing that what I presented has gotten a response from a minister present. Therefore, the responsibility is on the whip to whip all the ministers like you guided to be present in all sittings of the House.
Honorables, Honorable Disaster, are you finished?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Esther Anyakun.
Of Nakapiripirit.
Nakapiripirit District.
Yes.
I know I'm inheriting a name from Honorable Chero. Thank you very much. Just as I was saying, we are coming up with a comprehensive report. I requested actually a few members to give me how the situation is, because we also sent a team to the field to give us on how things are going, especially up country, with the people who did not give us some of the reports, because we need household levels from most of the districts that were affected, and we got reports already from Karamoja, from Teso and Acholi, but from Western Uganda, the reports we are waiting. So we are compiling the reports so that when we make procurement for food items for the people, it should be something that should be able to so we should be in position to support issues of.
Honorable Esther, thank you, and let that report not take too long. And we need an action on the people who are suffering from hunger.
Clarification to the Minister.
Clarification.
Honorable Minister of State for Disaster Preparedness, I'm seeking clarification from you. Places which are disaster prone, like as we talk in Bududa, the rain is heavy, downpours are pounding, landslides are hitting the people, and as we talk, many are staying in places of worship. They are not in their homes because of the numerous cracks. Do you have a team that is inspecting places like Bududa, which is prone to landslides and floods?
Further clarification, Right Honorable Speaker.
Right Honorable Speaker, I need protection.
Further clarification?
Yes.
I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I know the Minister for Disaster.
Mention your names.
I'm Kayagi Sara Netalisire, the woman MP Namisindwa. Right Honorable Speaker, I know the minister is going to come up with a comprehensive report. But we are dealing with the emergency. You heard Honorable Gilbert talk about elephants and buffaloes attacking people, and there is already someone dead. So I'm wondering why the minister is waiting for a comprehensive report before she comes up with an action plan. I expected the minister to take a directive, instruct those in charge of wildlife to swing into action, because it was one of Honorable Gilbert's prayer.
Honorable Sarah, we are talking about the hunger, the floods, not under wildlife. This is...
Right, Honorable Speaker, disaster, for me I heard of someone dying because of these animals. Even with hunger, these are emergencies where we expect things to be handled immediately. There are those we can wait for the report, but there are those we need her to make a directive. And the government should come in and respond as soon as possible.
And that's why I made a directive that the person responsible of Uganda Wildlife Authority must act immediately on that issue. And we need a report on Wednesday on that.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable.
Now we are talking about the hunger, the floods, and the issue that the Honorable Member is asking. Is it a report you've inherited, or you've sent a team on ground to get for you more information on what is happening?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, we are not inheriting any reports. The reports we are using to come up with the report are what we get from the field, from our information systems of the disaster preparedness. Thank you.
So we'll be waiting for your report on what you're doing to these areas that are affected by floods, famine, and we need an action as fast as possible.
Speaker.
The Minister in charge of wildlife, we need an action to be taken. Is the Minister here? The issue of Nakaseke Hospital and other hospitals will come out in the Prime Minister's report, not so?
Right Honorable, the Minister for Tourism, according to the Prime Minister, will be informed. Take action.
Okay. Then the Minister of Health. Minister of Health.
Right Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Health is not here, but I wanted to give some information to Nakaseke. Nakaseke Hospital is not a regional hospital. It's a general hospital. And therefore, ICU beds were given to regional hospitals. Today, there is a meeting where the Minister of Health has gone to see how best we can import these ICU equipment directly from the manufacturer to avoid these middlemen who are hiking the prices. And if these items come into the country, I will make sure that Nakaseke benefits.
Honorable Prime Minister,
clarification, Prime Minister.
It is not only Nakaseke, they talked about Bogiri, they talked
hospitals, including Kagadi, Masindi, and many others. The list is big. We are currently looking at how to mitigate so that these other general hospitals can also now start treating COVID. I wish I was given an opportunity to give a report which I have prepared. Madam, I'm sorry I came late. The reason is there was an emergency in Karamoja, and therefore we rushed to State House so that we can see a way of helping the people of Karamoja. You know, Karamoja, they are having a number of raids. I'm sorry I delayed, but my report is ready now that we are still here. And they have already sent this report to members' emails. You know, we are also trying to see that our members don't get COVID from here, out of these papers. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg for your indulgence so that I can present this report.
I made a ruling on presentation of that report, and we are handling matters of national importance. I also request Madam Right Honorable Prime Minister
Procedure, Right Honorable Speaker.
That we continue. I am giving a ruling and you're putting me on procedure. Okay. I am also requesting that you bear with the House and present your report on Wednesday. We debate it the whole day, we finish ourselves there. Lop? Okay.
Right Honorable Speaker, Paul O'Mara here. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm Paul O'Mara, MP, Otuhe County. I rise, Honorable Speaker, on a matter of national importance.
Honorable O'Mara, I have not yet called you. I have a list here of members that recorded. So maybe we can have yours, then we record it. Honorable Byakatonda.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Dr. Abdu Byakatonda, Workers MP. I also earn a living as a researcher and consultant in this country. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise up on the matter of national importance. Recently, I've managed to visit a number of districts, one of them being Busia. The issue here, Madam Speaker, is that as the frontliners battle out COVID-19, they have encountered a number of challenges. One of such challenges is that there has been brutal attacks, especially on nurses, by men in uniform. In Busia alone, there was Miss Nawire Rus, who was tortured to the extent that she's deaf now. In Busia still, there is Miss Nafula Scovia, a very important person, focal laboratory person, who was also tortured when she was actually leaving duty. They also tortured another person, Mr. Mulimbwa, who is one of the persons actually in charge of the IT system. In Kabale recently, one Muhammad Byaruhanga, a nursing officer at 9 p.m. was leaving duty and was tortured badly, bedridden, by security operatives of one of the other districts of that area. That, Honorable Speaker, my prayer is that government finds a mechanism of regulating this impunity, and these people should be compensated because they are in a critical condition. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, government realized that the teachers in private schools were very important to the economy, and the President directed that 20 billion revolving fund be sent for private teachers in Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, this was done way back in March 2020. And these teachers are already organized. It's organized labor where they have a union called the Private Teachers Union, which is mandated under Article 29E of the Constitution. Right, freedom to associate or form trade unions. But the government has actually since not acted on this, and they are looking out for other mechanisms, which really infringes on the rights of workers to unionize, organized labor, under Section 3 and 4 of the Labor Union Act. My recommendation that the government comes up with a position, because Right Honorable Speaker, as I talk now, some teachers have already started committing suicide because of poverty, because of hunger, Recently, I want to conclude, Madam Speaker. One Peter Kiria in St. Mary's, Muwenge, committed suicide. And below his pillow, he put that he had actually failed to fend for his family, so the option was to commit suicide. Right Honorable Speaker, lastly, as I was moving in hospitals, the issue of PPEs, personal protective gears, equipment be handled urgently. Because the statistics show that as we're interacting, so far, over 50 health workers have died because of lack of PPEs. I beg you to move, Right Honorable Speaker.
When you say men in uniform, do you mean the army men, the police? Doctor, I want a clarification on this. Men in uniform, is it police, army men?
I beg your pardon?
The men in uniform in Busia who are beating the nurses. The men in Busia
okay.
who are brutalizing the nurses, the health workers.
Actually, Right Honorable Speaker,
are they police or army men?
police, mostly. In Busia, actually, Right Honorable Speaker.
Minister of Internal Affairs?
And in Kabul, it was the security bodyguards of the RDC.
Minister of Internal Affairs?
Information. Right Honorable Speaker, information.
Can we hear from the Minister of Internal Affairs?
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, I've had the concern of the Honorable Member of Parliament. I want to request that he makes a substantiated written brief so that I follow up and we take action. I want details, Honorable. I would request, Right Honorable Speaker, that he gives me details of his concern, then we shall follow up and take action.
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I rise up on a point of order. Right Honorable Speaker, I find it even difficult to find myself raising on a point of order to the former Chief of Defense Forces and a General and Deputy Minister of Interior or Internal Affairs. Right Honorable Speaker, you've clearly ruled, and your ruling should be abided by everyone in the House, that if a minister is present, then they have to give an answer. The honorable member has risen up with clear information from what you clearly asked, posed to the Minister of Internal Affairs. Now he seeks a written submission from the honorable member, which is not provided for in our rules. Probably our honorable comrade thinks this is procuring statements from criminals. These are honorable colleagues, and I would like, Honorable Speaker, for you to intervene to protect the honorable member so that he gets a response. And if the minister has no answer, he should be the one to seek time to come with a comprehensive response, not a comprehensive question from the honorable member.
Information. Information.
Honorable Nsereko, I think the Honorable Minister meant well, that he wants more information on what is, because for him to be able to act, he needs information to act. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. While we shall be interested in getting more information to follow up these matters, I would like to inform the House that definitely the government does not condone any of those acts that were reported. And government is definitely going to take action after investigating those reported. However, I want to inform the House that due to COVID...
Order. But as you put an order, I request the responsible ministers to send people on ground to find out what has been said, so that you take an action knowing what is happening on the ground.
Right Honourable Speaker, thank you. Right Honourable Speaker, of recent, Muslims have been arrested, allegedly for attempting to kill General Katumba Wamala. Those Muslims have been tortured, and the media has been showing torture marks on their backs and all over their bodies. Is the Minister for Security in order to allege that government does not condone torture when there is evidence? Even courts have even awarded damages to victims of torture, especially the Muslim community. And I speak as the Imam of Parliament. Is the Minister in order? When have you ever come out to condemn the torture of Muslims? Are you in order?
Honorable.
Information.
Honorable Asumani, I am not sure if those people are arrested as Muslims. I am not sure if they are arrested as Muslims, Honorable. Let's first remove that kind of religious. Honorable, I have already made a ruling on that. I will give you your own time to bring a report to this House on torture. Honorable Minister, can you finish?
Much obliged, Madam Speaker. We arrest criminals, we don't arrest religious people. These are suspects, and yes, whether Christians, Muslims, or pagans. Thank you very much. Madam Speaker, we are going to follow up these matters, but I was saying, and honorable members should appreciate that because of the COVID lockdown, thank you very much.
Honorable Acrobat Kiza, Honorable Kayemba Solo.
I had the information from
Madam Speaker, I was giving more information to the Honorable Byakatonda.
It has already passed. Honorable
If you
Kayemba
could allow,
Solo.
Madam Speaker, it is important.
The issues in the House, when another person is called, you give it to that person.
But he was still on the floor, Madam Speaker.
Who was on the floor?
The Honorable Dr. Byakatonda. Madam Speaker, the reason as to why I'm insisting, he talked about men in uniform harassing health workers, but I wanted to give information that not only health workers. Yesterday, I was also harassed in Wandege by a policewoman. After introducing myself, she even told me how members of parliament were not essential workers, so that I wasn't allowed to move. So, Madam Speaker, I would like the Minister for Internal Affairs to take a note of that.
Minister.
Thank you.
Minister of Internal Affairs and Minister of Defense, members of Parliament are essential workers. Our members, leave alone that our members have been harassed. Kindly let your members, your people on the roads, know that members of Parliament are a necessity.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and honorable members. My name is Chizak Robert Moses, MP Bugendera in Undibujo. Madam Speaker, I'm rising under Rule 54, Sub Rule 1, on a matter of national importance concerning the influx of refugees from DR Congo who are entering Uganda through Ntoroko and the Bundibujo district. Madam Speaker, these refugees are entering through porous routes, and they were designated a transit camp in Ibubukwanga. This transit camp was designed to accommodate only 1,000 people, but as I talk now, the number of refugees in the camp are 2,680 in 81 households. Madam Speaker, when I visited the camp on Friday, I COVID victims, but by Friday in the camp, the refugees who had been isolated were at the tune of 126.
You're not on record.
I pray that these refugees, Madam Speaker, get transited to the refugee settlement camp because these camps are designated to handle them. Secondly, Madam Speaker, you are all aware that Rwenzori region is prone to floods. Like my honorable colleagues have raised it, Kasese people who are affected, Bundibujo people who are affected by floods, up to now they are still displaced in IDP camps, and they have challenges of food. Now when I saw the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Prime Minister, trying to look at the number of people who would succeed, who would benefit from benefiting, who would get money from COVID relief, some people are not considered at all. In my area, I have pygmies. Pygmies are very vulnerable people, but these people are not considered anywhere. It is my prayer that you come down and use leaders to ensure that all these people are considered. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Honorable.
Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank the member for raising this issue. Right Honourable Speaker, the member is very much aware that the first 10 days of my, from the time I took my office, I visited Ntoroko and Bundubujo for a fact-finding mission. Right Honourable Speaker, the challenge we have is we had people, the asylum seekers, who came from DRC Congo, but they entered into the communities. So by the time the alarming issue came up, that's when now we went together with the development partners to desegregate them from the communities. We are screening part of the Ugandans who came from the DRC, and that's why this number is coming to 2,680. But by the time I went there, we had screened them, and we had only 1,900. I went to Kanara in Ntoroko, and I also went to Kasese to see the IDPs. People were displaced by floods. But Right Honourable Speaker, the prayer of the member is to transport these people away from the Bukukwanga, which is a transit center. We know very well, honourable members, that the President gave us a directive of not moving. People are supposed to stay where they are until, because of the COVID issues. And definitely, I want also to appreciate that the development partners have really worked hard to isolate some of those refugees who are got with COVID-19. They are not in the communities. So we cannot transport these people to another community. If we have to take them, for example, from Bukukwanga in Ntungamo to Chakatu, what would the hosting community in that area say? We are bringing again people from another community with the COVID. So I think this should be handled very carefully, and we are making sure that at least these people are tested, they are being treated, and there will be time after screening. There's a procedure for them to qualify to be refugees before they go to the settlement camp. So this is being handled by the ministry and together with our development partners. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, next time when you maybe go to such an area, maybe you need to call the MPs of the area so that you sort out the issues while you're there, so that we avoid this aspect of matters coming into the House.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Actually, I was there with Honorable Ibanda, and when I asked about the members of Parliament from Toroko, they were in Gulu. Much obliged.
Thank you. You need to inform them in time they prepare for them to be on ground. Honorable Solomon Kayemba.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm Geoffrey Kayemba Solo, MP Bukoma Simbi South, as long as the Shadow Minister for Sports. I arise this matter of national importance as a regard for the plight of sport and athletics in Uganda. As we all know, the Prime Minister didn't include the sports people in people that have to get aid. We all know that sports is employing a lot of people and a lot of Ugandans, yet their best earning is from gate collections, sponsors, and others transfers. From March 2020, funds were banned from entering the stadiums. Other sectors like boxing, tournaments were cancelled. So we have a big number of these people out there, especially the youth, from 15 years to 40, especially most of them are the informal educated people. So I ask this House through you, Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, I ask this House to request the Right Honorable Prime Minister, one, to extend relief to the sportsmen in the country. This can be done through their federations and the National Council of Sports that have their contacts and their names. Secondly, we also want to ask the Right Honorable Prime Minister to consider providing financial support or stimuli to all registered sports clubs, because they have been suffering since 2020 March and nothing has been given to them. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable Prime Minister, in your submission on Wednesday, we need to know the plan you have for the sports persons in terms of the stimuli, the relief, and all what you're giving to other people. Honorable Segona Medad.
Importance relating to the management of the facilities availed by government to the people allegedly identified as vulnerables. When the Prime Minister introduced this package, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, who I congratulate, by the way, upon assuming that office, and wish the best of luck. We expected reviews to be carried in the categories of persons identified as vulnerable people. They did restrict the groups based on the urbanization or declaration of urban centers, including rural sub-counties which were turned into municipalities and town councils. In the metropolitan area, many people were left out even when they had nothing to survive on owing to the lockdown. The classification of municipality and town council is an artificial one which has no correlation with the survival means and mechanisms. You may find people in what you still classify as a rural sub-county who are private teachers, taxi drivers, and other categories of people running businesses that have since been locked down. May we hear from the Prime Minister the plans of reviewing that list, in addition to increasing the amount to bring it in commensurate terms with the cost of living. And this is not restricted to the people of Busiro East I represent or to Watiso District. With your permission, I'll receive information from the Honorable Sawanyana.
Thank you, Honorable Segona, for giving way. Madam Speaker, addition to that point about the funding of the vulnerable people in Kampala and other districts, no one, according to the information that I have, has got this money in Kampala. We have got no evidence of any person saying that he or she has got this money, however small it may be. So the Prime Minister has continuously misled this country, played on the psychology of Uganda and the people of Kampala at large, that she has been giving out some money to people of Kampala. We are representatives of these people. We have local council chairmen who can witness to that effect, that no one in their villages have got this money. So the Prime Minister should come up today to clarify in front of members of Parliament whether they have given out this money. Thank you.
I have received the information with gratitude. I know that the Prime Minister has so far given money to some resident, I think in Gulu, and she made a telephone call which confirmed that actually money was disbursed. Somebody confirmed that he had received money. In my constituency, including areas called town councils, which are classified as vulnerable, I am not aware of anyone who has received the money. As a result, Right Honourable Prime Minister and Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, members of Parliament are being turned into mini governments that, as they wait the money from Honourable Nabanja, now popularly codenamed the Nabanja money. And you know, in Luganda, with immense respect, the name Nabanja, which is a very popular name, means a debt. Now members of Parliament have become indebted to the population simply because the Right Honourable Robin Nabanja undertook to pay a debt to Ugandans. May we have the Prime Minister confirm measures to review the list and to deliver to the expectations of the people of Uganda.
Honorable Nabanja, on Wednesday, when you're making your submission, you need to cover everything that is related to COVID.
Yes, thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Yeah, Right Honourable Speaker, the information I want to give Honourable Segona, is that Right Honourable Speaker?
But Honorable Segona finished.
No, you already given, Right Honourable Speaker. I beg. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the person who was called, that he received the money from the Chole sub-region. When we tried to investigate, we discovered that that person was not registered by the LC1 or through the normal process. The boy said for him, he was taken straight to register with the office of the RDC. Right, Honorable Speaker, there is some problem with this money. And also we learned that the majority of people who are receiving this money are the NRM cadres. If you are the best cadre, you receive this money. This is information I want to give further.
Honorable Lanya, I don't want you to say that people, the NRM cadres, because the majority of these people you're seeing here, NRM cadres, that they are the ones who are stealing the money. That's why we have accountability committees. We should be able to find out where the money is, if it has gone somewhere. So don't just make a general statement. Don't make a general statement to that effect.
Yes.
Yes, for
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker.
Government Chief Whip is on the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. On our side, we are getting concerned, especially on allegations which are being made that would require straight and urgent answers, but we are being guided that they should be answered on Wednesday. So, Right Honourable Speaker, are we proceeding?
We are proceeding very, very well.
So I would request
those are COVID issues that must be included in your report.
Yes.
I gave you the time. You did. I am saying we'll proceed on Wednesday, capture them,
with much
and answer all of them at a go. You're even lucky that members are able to ask now.
With much respect, Right Honourable Speaker, only that we are requesting that you guide the members. They have their limits in terms of what they are presenting. I thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Asumani.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, as the Honourable Bariomusi sits down and complete this point, Right Honourable Speaker, as the Prime Minister prepares to come on Wednesday, I have seen some statements circulating on our phones saying it is the statement. I want to humbly request that those of us who come from municipalities that are beneficiaries of this money, we should be provided with lists of beneficiaries. So as part of the documents to be put on our either phones or in the pigeonholes, let's have the list. Because Right Honourable Speaker, I am getting concerns in Bujiri municipality that actually the people who benefited are not from Bujiri municipality.
All the people will have the lists. We will have evidence of payment.
Thank you very much. So we will wait for the lists. We want to check Bujiri municipality.
Honourable Minister.
Honourable Tumaguzi, information granted.
Right, the additional information I want to give to Honourable Basalirwa, Madam Speaker.
Can the Prime Minister is on? Can we hear from her?
Just 1 minute, Madam Speaker.
Can we hear from the Prime Minister?
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable colleagues, we have the lists of the beneficiaries. I want to assure members that the way we did this exercise is in a transparent manner. For example, money was coming from Ministry of Finance to Bank of Uganda, from Bank of Uganda to Post Bank, from Post Bank to these companies, MTN or Airtel, from Airtel to beneficiaries. And therefore, if I was given an opportunity to present my report, all of these questions that are coming currently now, would have been answered. I request members, you are preempting my report because I've already submitted it on your iPad, on your phones. All these answers will be there. However, I want you to note that we also have the privacy law and clause. I don't know how we are going to go over that. I need guidance on information. Members, this information has got people's names, people's everything. I don't know whether it is procedurally okay for me to give out all this information publicly.
Right.
Seek clarification, right, Honorable Speaker.
Right, Honorable Prime Minister. At an ample time, an accountability committee will look at that. And remember, the accountability committee has powers of a high court. So those issues will be resolved. We can even form an ad hoc committee to look at that. If we are fearing on the issue of privacy and whatever, we will form a committee that will have those powers as per the Constitution.
Guidance. Right, Honorable Speaker. I think that maybe we need to sympathize with the Prime Minister. She may have very good intentions, but we don't know how it has been implemented. What I would want the Speaker to guide the Prime Minister on is that all the list of all the districts or the constituencies should have been given to us, maybe through the clerk, so that they go into our pigeonhole. By the time the Prime Minister comes on Wednesday, we would have done the Prime Minister a favor to verify whether actually the person, those people who have been given money, those border from Dokolo, we will know where they are, where they reside, because they even give the voter's number, the ID number. So we'll be able to verify. By the time you come, I'll be able to tell you so many are fake, so many are genuine. So I would want to request, Right Honorable Speaker, that right now, if the Prime Minister could be generous enough to equip us with the list, at least the list, we would rather wait for the report for Wednesday. But can we at least have the list so that we start working with you hand in hand?
Honorable Cecilia, let's get the report. After getting the report, if we wish to verify, and as I've said, we can, if we are fearing leakage of information, we can have a committee to look at those lists, just to confirm.
Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much.
Madam Speaker.
Right Honorable Speaker. Indeed, you properly guided that the Right Honorable Prime Minister will present a report on Wednesday where most of these issues will be answered. But my understanding of this session is that members raise matters which cannot wait, which are very urgent, and therefore I beg that for those issues, because there are many sweeping allegations being made, which we can answer on the spot from your side, yes. So I beg, Madam Speaker, that you find it procedurally correct, that the issues which require urgent response to the satisfaction of the members, like when a member said the people in Guru have not received the money, that we can answer straight. We may not wait for the report on Wednesday. When somebody says it is NRM members who are receiving the money, those may not wait for the report, we can answer. So I beg you that you find it correct that those allegations be answered as we wait for the report from the Right Honorable Prime Minister, so that people who are watching Parliament don't get an impression that we don't have answers when we have a competent team led by the Prime Minister that can respond to each and every issue which is being raised on the floor of Parliament.
Unless, Honorable Minister, you're saying we should not discuss the COVID-related matters. We should not raise matters that are COVID-related.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
But as I ruled, we will discuss the report on Wednesday.
Madam Speaker, you had given me 1 minute. Madam Speaker, you had given me 1 minute.
You rule that questions to do with the COVID wait. because we find it uneasy for questions to be raised which we can answer, and then they have to wait for next week when we have already answers. Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, you had given me 1 minute.
Information, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I wanted to seek your indulgence to guide the House, since many of the points being raised are actually in the Right Honourable Prime Minister's statement. Could we say that only urgent matters that don't relate to COVID be heard, and the rest wait for the Right Honourable Prime Minister's statement
Speaker,
on Wednesday?
Madam Speaker, you had given.
Yes, yes.
Madam Speaker, the additional information I wanted to give to the Right Honourable Prime Minister actually is about police, that should also add police on the list of the vulnerables. For 4 months, most of the barracks in Kampala especially have not had power, including in Zambia, Wandegea, Odi Kampala. So the way they eat, the way they sleep, so we should also be considered on the list of the vulnerable. Madam Speaker.
That should be given to the Minister of Internal Affairs, not... Members, I have a list here. Honorable Mara, it is on issues of COVID-19. Wait for Wednesday. Honorable Ikojo. Honorable Ikojo. John Bosco. Honorable Apollo Isodo. If it is on a matter of COVID,
Right, Honourable Speaker, I think you invited me to come and present the matter of national importance at Tima Jackson for Arua City.
not on COVID matters for now.
Right Honourable Speaker, I had 2 issues of national importance, one on COVID and one on something else. If you would please, I would be willing.
You can tell us of submit on non-COVID issues.
Thank you, Madam Right Honourable Speaker. Madam Right Honourable Speaker, my name is Paul O'Mara, MP Otuke County. I rise on matters of national importance regarding the tragedy of inadequate rainfall in the first planting season of 2021 and its impact on Lao sub-region. Right Honourable Speaker, this matter has been put together in a petition to the office of the Prime Minister, and I have a copy here signed by members of Lao Parliamentary Group. Right Honourable Right Honourable Speaker, Lao sub-region is composed of 9 districts and also a wonderful industrial city called Lira. We are a very energized and hardworking people, and we have fertile lands. Madam Right Honourable Speaker, unfortunately, because of the prolonged sunshine in the region in season 1, we have now serious famine. And the people have lost everything they have planted. They don't have the seeds to plant for season 2. And we are looking forward to government to support our people. So we have basically about 3 pleadings, Right Honourable Speaker. Number 1, we request government to provide the people of Lango an immediate food relief. That is very important. Secondly, because we don't have seeds for season 2, we request the office of the Prime Minister to provide our people with seeds which has a quick maturity dates. And finally, the Right Honourable Speaker, Recently, the regions of Karamoja, West Nile, and Teso were provided with hand hose. I think I now request the Right Honourable Speaker that the Office of the Prime Minister provide the people of Lango with hand hose so that they can walk through this period and plan something. I beg to move.
Information, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Prime Minister, you've got...
Procedure, Madam Chair.
You've got... Honourable Isha, can you wait a minute? You've got what Lango sub-region is asking for. They want food, they want hose, they want seeds. That is Lango sub-region. They are reporting as a sub-region.
Information, Honourable Speaker. Madam Speaker, information.
Can I respond? Can the Prime Minister respond?
Madam Speaker, my name is Julius Achon, Member of Parliament, Otuke East. The information I wanted to give to Prime Ministers and this House. Already last night, 2 people were stabbed to death as we are talking about the food shortages. And one of the persons have been feeding, drinking hot water for a couple of days, about 7 days. And yesterday the person was pronounced dead. So my humble appeal, I will really ask the government to speed up with this kind of food assistance. Thank you.
Honourable Prime Minister, they are asking for food. People are dying of hunger. First seeds, and then hose.
Right Honourable Speaker, I request that you give me time, since you allowed me to come here on Wednesday, so that I come with concrete answers to members' issues.
Thank you. Honourable members, when I look at all the lists,
Procedure, Madam Chair.
Mine is not. I am making a communication, Madam Aisha Kavanda. Honourable Kavanda Aisha. When I look at most of the list that I have, the list matters of urgent importance are on COVID-19.
Mine is not, except mine.
The ones I received in my office and registered. Now, what is not registered must be, I've given clerk to register them. We are not going to deal with just sheets, small papers. So what I registered, most of them are on COVID-19. And since we've given the Prime Minister Wednesday to present, we ask our questions, she responds. I therefore, because of that reason, we will not have a productive debate, especially when we are relating everything to COVID. I am adjourning the House to Wednesday, 21st at 2.